Wow, that glare is something else. Yes, you're live. Oh, there we go. Yes, Kitty. Yeah. Might have found a new business partner. What's going on? Hey there, guys. Don't know if anyone's here yet. If you are, give us a thumbs up. You know, I only just went live. It's not as though everyone just goes, "Oh, Flippy's on. Look at that. Look at that idiot." Oh, hey, Octo, you are here. How you doing, mate? What's going on? There is a cat and a barely human, so I don't know. I think it's just the three of us at the moment. And each of your tentacles, of course. Well, mate, I've listened to your requests and here I am for better or worse. But yes, and then Poppet decided that she wanted cuddles just as I was going live, and now she doesn't. She's the most beautiful little feline treasure in the world. There you go. You can see her now. Don't switch your tail at me, thank you. You're now Octo's looking at you. I don't know. Does an octopus and a cat get along? Hey? Now, stop looking over there. Stop looking over there. Now get down. Not like a dancer. Not like, come on, get down. Catfish are okay, Octo says. Oh, 2 seconds. Uno momento, 2 seconds. The physical copy of my book. All right. Hope everyone's well. In any case, I'm listing. There's been a lot to unpack lately with the whole within the eBay space, and I'm certainly not a professional person that should be talking to you about these things. I've been making my fair share of boo-boos lately and learning, and I don't know. I think that it is everyone's experience is so very different at the moment. Let's have a look here. Oh, Octo bought Max the Pyromaniac cat. Thank you so very much. That one is fun. The other good one is the Good Humored Man in that series. They're like the little Golden Book series. Pinata is a novel. Candace, how you doing? Did I hit the Saver sales yesterday? 40% off? No, I didn't. My brain's a sieve. I did something yesterday. I got a haircut. Oh no, I went to one of my favorite local oppos. They have $5 filler bags, and so I went there just nearby, about 6 kilometers away, and I did that. So, you know, try to support the local. It's one of the good ones. Let's have a look at that. Yes, I do know it's you, Candace. Octo doesn't know the last time he slithered into an op shop. I do constantly. It's been one of those. I don't know. It's just one of those things. That's what I do. I need to put myself out there, and guys, and this is for people who watch this later. Maybe we need to put ourselves out there a little bit more. I should be posting on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, I buy this. These are my interests. To be honest, I don't think people actually mind if we do let them know what we do. And those who do give a crap about it or get upset about it, then they're not going to sell to you. But there'll be plenty of people who do. So I need to get into that. I want to do, like at some stage, get into more garage sailing as well. I think that would be fun. It is interesting just to see what people do pick up and what they leave behind at garage sales, like how you can profit out of that sort of thing. Speaking of picking up and profiting, I actually have this one. I picked it up the other day. Sorry, I've got the lights. I forgot. You know how I always talked about how I just use lamps? In 2020, I had these lights because I had a Lego channel and I forgot they were all packed away. I have not used them until recently. I don't know if they're good or bad. I think they're good. They're warm, that's for sure. Keen to read the Pinata book. Please order it. It will help. The Christmas one you've got the Christmas one already. Let me know if at any stage, like I can send up you just hit me up on Insta or something, but I can send you a little stick-in thing that you can put in that's signed if you want it. I think Americans might be more into the signed books. I love it as well because, my friends who are authors in America, they sign stuff and they send it through to me, which is pretty neat. Anyhow, I picked this up for $5 in Sunbury. We were up there just the other day. Sunbury was a lot of fun. The Oppos there were fairly decent, to be honest with you. That was a little bit of a thrifter's paradise. Megan, how you doing? So yeah, I picked this up, and there's comfortable comps for about $85 for the box. There are actually, I think I saw even higher. There's people wanting $99 for it. I think I'll ask between $79 to $85. I think I'll try to come in a little bit cheaper than everyone else. Even the pre-owns are getting like $50 plus shipping and free shipping. So I was really stoked. I think that was at the Salvos in Sunbury, and I think that was the only thing I picked up from that Oppo. I went pretty hard in the Vinnies, and as we all know, I tend to bash Vinnies when I go into them because I think at least around Geelong, it's run pretty shoddily, and I think they've really got to pick up their game. And I know that's an indictment on the local area manager and stuff like that, and the higher powers. But I think they need to do better. So I say it. But yeah, up there, the Vinnies up in Sunbury. I don't know the politics or who is the actual area manager of that area, but the manager there was lovely. It was well set up. Really, really nice Vinnies. I recorded it. I'm just not sure when I'm going to actually put the video up because, I've still got half of Queensland to do. And I don't know, if you guys are watching regularly, do you want me to flip between Queensland and show you the Geelong Oppos or the Victorian ones, or should I finish the Queensland journey? I've made a resolution to try to hit you up with the Queensland content just to get it done. I would say at least one video every 1 to 2 days. But they're all the thrifting ones. I'm going to intersperse that with some just general talk. I've been learning a lot. I can't pretend I know everything because you guys know I don't. I'm not that sort of channel. I'm just me doing my thing. Octogo's Vinnies are the bane of my existence. I think they are for a lot of people. I think Vinnies lost. And guys, I don't care if you're watching. Sorry. I've reached that level of notoriety that I've been told by more than one Vinnies manager that the higher ups watch this channel. So I know I'm addressing you. You need to do better. Sorry, regular friends. You guys need to do a lot better than what you're doing. You're pricing your stuff out of the point. Forget the reselling side of it. You are pricing your stuff out of the point of affordability, not for the downtrodden, because I know you don't care about them. That's part of your charity work, is where you do care. But you need to price your stuff better. I'm rocking and rolling around op shops now that have got $15, $20 pairs of jeans, and they're just like Jeans West. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's wrong. Okay, I do like that. I like that advice there, Octo. Octo says, drop the timeline, just talk over as if it is in the present. Commonwealth Picker is 3 to 4 months behind on his content. That makes sense, dude. Maybe I will, because I do say, hey, this happened back then. Maybe I should just be talking about the op shops as I walk into them. That's some great advice. I think it keeps it relevant more for people who aren't, I hate to say the word, but fans or people who've come to know me. If you are new here, pretty much what you see is what you get. I'm not a different person when, the camera stops rolling or whatever. So yeah, I just sorry, you shouldn't write funny stuff as I'm trying to be serious. It's like, yeah, what you see is what you get with me anyhow. Um, and they don't like it. Um, See, so yeah, Octo wrote, Vinnies have been watching and implementing my message of don't sell to poor people. You know what though? This is the freaking crazy thing. They're priced so, and it's not just Vinnies, but it's mainly them at the moment. The Salvos seem to have pulled back a little bit on that crazy pricing. Um, but yeah, I just look. I've got experience in that space. I know some of the players, and they really need to pull their heads out of their butts. Yeah, people don't know. They'd be more likely to jump off if they think it's old content. That's really good feedback. Because yeah, I noticed that the last few videos weren't getting quite the traction. Whereas there's some really good op shops I'm showing currently. Currently, in the right here and now, I'm in Bundaberg. Bundy was really good for resellers, like really good. So that is well worth going to. And if you're ever up that way and you can thrift there, it's really good. The prices were good. There was this Lifeline Superstore that I just went to. It is it's certainly worth looking into. Brendo, how are you, mate? Brendo asks, do Salvos and Vinnies have similar staffing structures? Is it a paid manager plus volunteers that staff them? Now, Brendan, I can only give you from the Vinnies viewpoint. I am not a spokesman for them or ever. I volunteered for a year. And so I can only tell you, but I was a paid staff member at Lifeline for a massive 3.5 months. But here's the way it works at Vinnies. All right. So at the store level, you've got the main manager, and you've got like a 2IC. The rest of them are volunteers. But this is the thing, and this is what sort of shits me a little bit, is that people wear this volunteer cowl like Batman as a bit of a holier than thou. And there is nothing wrong with this, but just so as you guys know, technically, a lot of the volunteers are paid staff members as well. And this happens across the whole charity space. It's not just Vinnies. And by that, I'll explain it. So you've got people who can't work for a reason, can work for limited hours for a reason, may have special needs, disabilities of some sort. And basically what happens there is they are working for the dole. They do 15 hours a week. You'll never see them there, well, very rarely. I can't speak for everyone. In my experience, the 15-hour-a-week people who were working for the dole, they will not be there longer than that because it's literally a job. They do their 15 hours and they get paid their pension and they get to go home. And it's just one of those tough ones. It's like, but they still call themselves volunteers. And, bless their hearts. Some of them, their hearts are in the right place. I'm not going to take it away from all of them. But there are some who are absolutely pulling the piss. They can work and they do those 15 hours. The rest of it is made up by hardworking, friendly volunteers who are there because they believe in the particular charity. They just may need, I was suffering from depression and I needed to socialize more. I can talk quite easily, but I like my quiet, but I also do like people. So it's a weird balance that I have. But yeah, so that is the outline of that is the outline of basically how the charity space works there. Retro Aussie, how you doing, mate? You're welcome, Brendo. Let's have a look here. I was going to get to that. Retro Aussie says the head office of Salvos in Blackburn, the head guy gets his car washed and detailed twice a week, 120 a time. So don't fall for the charity. Retro, thanks for letting us know. I have to say allegedly because I don't know that, but I'm sure that you're in a position there that you actually are either detailing the car or doing something. So I can only go there. The places I find that you do see a lot of the real work taking places in the church space. I'm not religious. I've got my own belief system that works for me, but I don't subscribe to all the sort of normal, Christianity or any other religion. So I hope that doesn't offend anyone. It's just mine, and I respect everyone else's beliefs. But I find that the churchy op shops, and because we're in, predominantly white society, it's Christian churches. But I do find that the church groups, the local groups, they do good work and they do feed the community. Octo believes in Cthulhu, so you should, mate, and he believes in you. Retro says my mate used to work there. I believe you, dude. I just had to cover my own butt because I didn't see it, but I will read your comment out because I think it's valid and it's certainly worth looking at. Now, let me very quickly list this thing so as I can say I did at least one listing. I'll just quickly chuck that up. You throw your comments up, guys. If you'd be so kind as to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed before, please do. And channel membership is also available, just so as you're aware of that. I'm even at any level of the channel membership now. There's going to be a blog I'll be writing. It's about just stuff I'm doing. If you're not interested in what I'm doing, don't bother with it. It's a waste of money. But any higher level, you just get access to my videos a bit earlier, and I say the occasional hello to people on there. It's just a bit of fun. All right, so let me get this listed. You guys ask questions, and then I can jump back into it, and I'll make sure that I'm responding. I don't know if you can see just there. There is literally a cat asleep just there. All right, bear with me. Let's have a look here. Oh, my new book. I've sold over 80 copies in the first week. I was bloody stoked. All right, so take some quick pics. Bloody Craig McLaughlin, huh? Dr. Blake Mysteries. Binge on box sets. Way! Oh, almost left the $5 sticker in there. Can't leave the $5 sticker when I'm going to ask for 85. Thank God for the salvos. What a bloody rookie. Now, you guys may or may not be familiar with all the different players in this space, but yeah, I hear that, Retro. Give me a second. Thank you. All right. First things first, if you guys do enjoy my content and you just want a bit of a different take, one of the people in the chat here is the Disgruntled Octopus. That is also a reseller channel by my mate Minion J. But make sure you're checking that out as well. There's quite a few really decent operators in the Australian YouTube eBay reseller sort of space. You get some good advice or at least some entertainment. I'm not one of them, but I'm glad that you guys are here. All right, there is a little tear in the shrink wrap. I'm sure they can get over it, but I'll photograph it. Please address me as successful reseller. You're a shocker, Josh. All righty, let's get these items up now, and then we'll have a look at what's in the deck box, because I don't know cards, and I've bought several lots of these, and I don't even know if they're any good because I don't know cards. It's not in my wheelhouse. I was actually going to do a video where I literally just aim the camera down and I look at the cards and you guys tell me if they're good or crap, because I really don't know. Okay, so I'm just waiting for those photos to load. Let's have a look here. Candace says, I disappeared for a second, so this may have been covered. Have your sales dipped this last week? To be honest, mate, at the moment, my sales have been all over the place. I have managed to keep my 90-day is on the increase, which is good. I'll have a quick look for you live while we're doing this. Let's have a quick look. Overview for eBay. Where is it? Okay, so you may have seen my video where I dropped everything to 7% and it backfired. I've now gone back to suggesteds and my views and everything are going back up. My sales are returning a little bit. My 7-day total is just shy of $1,000, $944.63. 90-day last month was $7,107, and the 90 days was 10,762. So I'm pleased with that. I believe it's on the increase. But yeah, that's just literally me reading off there. But you can actually today I've only made $53. It's been a bit of a slow day, so I think one of my hey Rye, how are you? It has been across the board. Octo asked, what am I selling for those numbers? It has been across the board. Some of it was Lego sets that I'd had. There would have been a couple of $1,000 worth in that number. Absolutely. Stuff I bought age, I can't jump into that screen because otherwise I'll lose my listing. But some of it was Lego. The rest of it, I'll go through in just a second. Just let me get this listing done. Okay. So what else have we got here? It's a wonder that anything good actually makes it to the shelves with the volunteers putting aside anything of value. That's happening more and more, and that's why I'm sort of trying to leave, like, I always still look at the stuff that I enjoy, but I'm trying to be a little bit more clever about it because the stuff I like to sell is getting harder for me to find in the op shops. I think that's where, like, Octo is right that, he was saying it's been a long time since he's gone into an op shop. But yeah, just the way I operate, I go in a lot. So, yeah, it has been difficult. But I'm still pleased. Like the stuff I've sold, if you guys have watched for a bit, you'll see, like, I had a Ralph Lauren jacket, and it's about making the hard choices sometimes. Like, I got it, I comped it. It was at like $260. I paid $12 for it. I sold it yesterday for $85. I had it up for 260, and I kept getting offers, and I kept getting stupid offers, and basically I got this offer, and I just went, I'm being stupid. I did use sales calc, and I was like, yeah, the numbers are still good. Why am I holding on to this? Like, I don't have the luxury of waiting. I need to pay my mortgage. So I took the deal, and I'm glad to see it's gone. The new owner will love it. It's a beautiful piece of clothing. But yeah, so I'm having to do some of that stuff, and I have to re-explore some of my pricing, I think. I think on some of the stuff I've been rolling with the high comps, not the lower, and I need a little bit more turnover. If you guys, I take a lot of inspiration. Rubber Duck Rye in the chat there. That's Rye's Collectibles. I take a lot of inspiration from Rylan, and I just know we chat a lot, and I do know that, like, I think based on our chats, I'm too high on some of my categories. Like, I need to go through, and I need to be telling myself as well, sometimes a comp isn't a good comp. You know what I mean? So I've got to think to myself, well, Tori, you paid 50 cents for that book. You don't need 20 for it. You could take $10 and it would be great, and you'll sell it almost immediately. Just that sort of thing. Okay, so Retro goes, times are tough. You're going through possibly the worst time to sell since the 90s. The government has wrecked the state and no one's got loose cash. Money is harder to come by. I do know, like, when I first bought this place, it wasn't at all expensive. It's only a 1-bedroom. And I'll give you an idea of how cheap it was. I think my mortgage was just a bit over 200, maybe mid 250s or so. And now my mortgage per week has gone from that to about 450. That's in 2 years. That's huge jumps. And that's why it's like, I've got to examine what I'm doing and just not be so greedy, I guess. It's no good me being greedy on the eBay front. If I'm making money, I should just be taking the sales, and I need to adjust those other prices as well. Like, I've found little really good places where I can pick up plushies, and they're like 25 cents each, and some of them are licensed. I can't get them all the time, but I do chat to the owners. I'm building those relationships. Yeah, that's what I agree with you, Retro. And that's what I have to retrain myself, because you buy into some of the hype of, I'm pointing past the camera because my TV's there with YouTube up. It's not playing, but you see a lot of the, I don't know, more professional reseller channels, and they're like, take this, take that, do this, do that, and you start to go, I'll do this, and all of a sudden, I just thought to myself, that's not my business model. Octo goes, I'm almost at the point where I feel sorry for you and will let you run pricing by me. Bless your heart, mate. All right. So Craig McLaughlin, new and sealed. I see this is the fun with autism. I didn't even finish. I still haven't finished that listing. New and sealed. Okay. And I'm going to put it into tub 2. Condition is brand new. If you hear that, that's the cat snoring. Yeah, it's Kenichi. She's very old, and she's beautiful, but she's a bit of a plumper. She's not stopping breathing though. That's sleep apnea is when she stops. She's there. She hasn't stopped breathing. Can you imagine though? I have to put one of those CPAP masks or whatever they're called. All right, so let's have a look here. Custom SKU T02. I'm refilling some of my older tubs. And Octo says humans come to me, Candace. And that's the thing though, Octo. I agree. It's sort of like, I think it's hard because like at the moment your videos, you're not sort of, you've been talking a lot about your Skylander stuff, and that is so cool. I don't know. I was lucky enough that I had Bron, a viewer. She gave me. I had to go and collect them, but it was about 15-minute drive, and I collected over, well over 200, I believe, Byte magazines, BYTE. They're old computer magazines, and they're all the way up from 1980 through to 1998. And so they're all listed. If you go on my shop, Geelong-Flipper, you'll see them now. But the prices you can see on my listings is based on comps, but I'm just taking offers as well. Before I go away again for the night, I want to say thanks for not posting any BS clickbaits. Like it's time to, yeah, I know. Yes. Peace out. Thank you, Candace. Yeah, I've been really trying to not watch that one because the one before that was how to set up your eBay shop. So, and I've got a lot of respect for their game. So I just I don't know. It's sort of like Commonwealth Flipper. I love his stuff. But it's a lot of drama. Okay, so Retro says, I'm not having a go, but I noticed the other day on a video you had a storage unit. I'm just wondering how much that costs. It seems like a lot of expense. It is. It's $285 a month for a 3x3. It is a lot of expense, mate. Now, I'll give you the lay of the land, though. I'll shoot straight because I always do. Literally, my home. Give me a second, Brendo. My home is a one bedroom, one lounge room. I'm in the lounge room right now. That's all that Ali and I have in terms of our recreational space. Then there's the bedroom that has got a very little nook at the end that we can put some storage in. That it's small. Each of those rooms is 3 meters by 5 meters, and at the time, look, it's my place, and I'm paying it off, and I'm doing my best, but it's all I could afford. Couldn't afford a big house, so I don't have storage, and I've got way too much stock. So, and I've been buying stuff, sure, but I've been trying to list. So I hope that clears that up. I'm always open about and honest about that stuff. Yeah, it's $285 a month. I've got to find that money, but Ali and I do this together. So, she's my lady, of course, and we share all of our expenses. So it's $140 for me. No, I don't. There's no one I could access with a garage or a spare room or anything like that. Um, it would just be more a case of I'd need to be able to access it whenever I wanted, and the Storage King, I can do that from 6 in the morning through to 8 at night. It's convenient. Who knows? The idea is I will go through, I'll color a lot of stuff, and then hopefully that will reduce that, and maybe I can move to a smaller room. I don't know, but there's some really cool stuff in that room, and I'm just slowly like take out a tub and I list it because I just went nuts when I was going part time and I had a lot more expendable cash. I'd just go op shopping just because, and I've ended up with a massive death pile of decent stuff. Let's have a look here. Brendo says, "How do you price your video games? I notice you've got a PS3 Hitman for sale at $30 on post, but there are 20 copies listed at sub 10." Okay, so when I would have brought that up, mate, there may be something different. Or when I listed it, because I've had that one for a fair while from memory. When I listed it, it may be that I've got a special edition with bits in there that the other ones don't, or it may just be I screwed up. But considering that at the time I was paying $3 to $4, unless I'm going through an absolute fire sale, there's no way I'm doing a Hitman on PS3 at sub 10. I'll let the rest of them do it. Mine might be a special edition. I really don't know. But I hope that sort of answers it. I don't have a good answer for you. Maybe I just charged too much. I don't know. Octo says, I think you should focus on 2 week sell through, have that mentality, and that will help with your cash flow. Yeah, look, I have been trying to break that sort of stuff down a little bit. It has been helpful, mate. I'm starting to watch the figures a little bit more. That's been helpful. Um, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. I do. All right. So I've been going for 31 minutes and I haven't listed a DVD box set yet. All right. So let's not do it at the massive, well, not the massive price. We'll do it for a little bit less. I'll accept an offer. That'll fit into a small little parsley doodles. Satchel 10. That's not me. Neither's that. Yeah. Octo. Yeah. I've been trying to not do that as much. There's certain things like I'll still go and look at stuff in that area. Um, as you know, because I chat with Octo a little bit on Insta as well. I've been grabbing clothes. They've been going okay, like for private sale and stuff like that. Um, I've got so much at the moment, so many decent things. I just need to get off my butt and list like a mad thing. But because sometimes I'll go in at these $5 the $5 filler bags, and they're kind enough that they know I'm going there. And for them at the church shop, for me to spend $30 is a lot for them. So that I'm lucky. Some of them are even holding stuff. They've asked me what brands I want them to hold. Um, because what they do in some of the outlying ones is if they don't sell, they just throw them out. So what I've done instead is I've said to them, look, sell what you can on your shelf, but then when I come out, I'll go through your bail bags to save it from going into landfill because they literally just cut them up. Rye, I have not forgotten. I will be seeing that next week. All right, next week. But yeah, I've noticed there's been a lot of jumping around in the reseller space, and I think it's confusing for some of us. Like I'm desperately trying to learn. Don't let the grey hair fool you. There's plenty of younger people who know a lot more than me about this game, and you know, and they're on YouTube and they're like, do this, and then they go, don't do this, but then in the next video they're doing it. Oh, I've said not to do this, but in this video I'm going to break the rules. Thank you, Octo's off on Monday. If you go shopping, give us a call. I will. I love the sound of that. That way you can sort of virtual thrift. I think it'll be Monday or Tuesday that I'll be meeting Rye for the first time. So I'm looking forward to that. He lives about nearly 2 hours away from me, and well, an hour 50, and I'm going to go and catch up with him. It's going to be fantastic. It's long overdue. John, how are you? Good to see you there, mate. All right, so have I actually hit list it yet on this thing? This I don't know how John does his lives and continues to work. It's probably why I don't achieve much. All right, so blah blah blah. All right, list it. I actually hit list. Your listing is live. Yay! Dreams do come true. One of the things I do want to say, one of the things I did want to say to you guys is just how much, I don't know if any of you are Geelong-based people watching at the moment, but it's been such a privilege and a thrill to have people come out when I'm shopping and say g'day, make the time to come out and say hello. It happened yesterday again. I do appreciate it, and it's just lovely to have a chat to people that I know are interested in the same thing as me. It's like, I've got all you guys, of course, but in real life, like here in Geelong, I know one or two resellers. I know Jada, but we don't catch up from Diary of a Flipper. But I want to catch up with more resellers or go op shopping. I think it keeps us real, and it helps with your mental health as well. Just to have a bit of fun, unless you're both in the same niche and someone runs ahead. Chris, thank you, mate. At least you tell the truth, he says. I'm an old dinosaur and just pick up stuff from recycling bin days. Sometimes it's really good, but mostly, well, not so good. Yeah, recycle cans and copper. You know what, Chris? That's bloody awesome, mate, and good on you. That's the real hustle when you're just doing that sort of thing. That's hard work, man. Hard work. So blessings, and absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Retro says, yeah, I don't like reading some of this stuff out loud. I did one video as a joke, and I just copped it so badly afterwards. And I don't have very thick skin about that stuff. Look, I'm an old. It's ridiculous. I'm an older bloke, but and I served during the war. I've been in a war in the Royal Australian Navy, but I don't have a very thick skin for some of the shit that I cop on YouTube. So it's just not worth it. Staying in your own lane says, "G'day all. How you doing?" Yeah, I do notice, Retro, that some of these sellers never make mistakes, and I just think the most honest I can be is to tell you when I make a mistake, and I'll make a bit of fun. But I was despairing during that Black Friday when I screwed it up. I screwed up all of my promotions. I screwed up everything that was worth doing, and it was I was just sick of it, to be honest with you. And I was lucky that I did have some primo Lego that went out the door, because I think on Black Friday, everyone was looking mainly for brand new. Us second-hand sellers didn't have a lot of luck, but I had some brand new shit that I was able to get rid of that, I just treat it as I think it's a capital injection. So, yeah, it was a good thing. It's, and let's face it, most of the advice that any of us give you guys when you're getting started, myself included, is, and I didn't listen to my own advice, by the way, but is sell the stuff that's in your home. Like when you're getting started, sell the stuff that you actually want to clear out of your home. Treat it as a garage sale. Hello, Kenichi. Yeah, it is getting hard. Now, I'll tell you, because you guys were asking, and I'm bloody transparent. Let's have a look here. So, Here's some recent ones. I don't know. Okay. So I sold a pair of Django Juliet shoes. They're really nice leather shoes. I paid $1.50 for them. I sold them for $43.68 plus shipping. I sold a vintage pair of Okanui blue and white hibiscus Hawaiian flower shorts for $30, and they were in the $5 filler bags, and I generally get about 20 items in there. So my maths isn't fast. Can someone do the maths? It's like 20 or 30 cents something. I don't know. I didn't pay much. I got $30. I sold 3 PC magazines from the Bron collection that I picked up. I sold the 3 for $26.40 and $18.95 shipping. They're heavy, really heavy. So yeah, they went out. I sold the Ralph Lauren, paid 12, sold it for 85. Let's have a look. Orders, unsold, orders. How do I get it to keep showing me? Oh, there. 90 days at the moment is 10,700. I already told you that. I've got 8 offers I can send at the moment. So going past there. So at the moment, you're still not hearing the word Lego, though. So it's like, I've been lucky. I think I'm getting better. And as I learn, I'll try to tell you guys. I sold a lady's... John, yep. And John, I appreciate your take on that too. Just part of his bigger machine. Yeah, I agree. I sold a lady's taking shape dress for $25. I would have paid 20 cents for it. Funko Pop, an old book. I paid 25 cents. I sold it for $7. I found a Milwaukee hat. So cool, brand new in its bag. I got it for $5, sold it for 30. Sold some Joe Mercer shoes that I paid $2.50 for, sold them for 35. A Beanie Baby I got for 15 cents, I sold for $27. A Blink 182 record that I bought and never played because I just streamed it. I paid $30 for it, I sold it for 50. A 15-cent book I sold for $12. A Batman statue that I paid $30 for, I sold it for 56. A game I paid 15 cents for, I sold it for $8. Some DVDs that I got for free, I sold for $90 because they were all sealed. Connie, how you doing? Hope you're well. Little Big Planet, paid $3 for it, sold it for 20. This one was interesting. A red copper 5-minute plate express. It's like a little grill that you shut up, and I paid $4 for it, sold it for 60. A Blockbuster trivia game, I paid $2 for, sold it for 45. Call of Duty PS3, $8. Remote controls are good fun, guys. Oftentimes the oppos will just give them away. I sell them for between 11 to 25 bucks. If I can, Retro says, do you do hard rubbish to source stuff as well? If I see stuff on the side of the road, mate, I'm pulling over. Yes, 100%. Yes, I'll pull over. But like I said, that's why I've got the offsite storage, the Storage King, because there's no room here. Like, oh, you can't see it, but it's such a shame. Let's have a look. All around there, that's all filled with stuff I've got a list. There's clothes all the way along there that I've been like ironing, cleaning, getting ready. Behind here is just where my laptop is normally kept. When I write my books, that's where I do that. And yeah, so it's been good though. There we are. No, could not swing a cat in there, and I've got 3 of them. Don't want to swing them, but you know, I couldn't. All right, so you guys, Brendo, if you're still here, was asking what is in here. Now, I just bought this because it was $4, and whoever had them put them all in these plastic protectors. So, to be honest, this is how naive I am. Okay, so this is I don't know. Future card buddy fight. I don't even know what that is. So that's whatever that is. Now, what's this thing? No idea. I'll literally have to look it up because I don't know. Hey, I would love to catch up with everyone. That's fine. Just in case you guys do, sorry, hang on. I will be around. What is cog is the bomb? Yeah, there are 20 of you and only 7 thumbs. Are your thumbs broken? Or are you just using one of those mouse movers that they used to use when you're working from home? Yeah, so does anyone know what these are? Because I don't. But whoever owned them, put them in plastic. I've got another one. I think it's Magic the Gathering. Once again, I don't know. Magic cards. I'm going to have to scan them or something. Some people would argue that it may not be worth it. And I think that'd probably be right. But thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, Rye. I'm glad there's 23 people here now. Not a bad little crowd. Thank you so very much for joining the live. I haven't done it for a while, and to be honest, all credit to Octo. Since my mother passed away in October, and it's just been over 2 months, and I just wasn't in the mental space to do a live. I was still okay to do the videos because I could hide behind my microphone and the camera, and I was able to use a lot of content I created back then. I am filming again now, just so as you guys know. There is like Victorian-based content being made. But yeah, I was really looking forward to coming back today and just chatting to you guys. So, but yeah, Octo's the one that's been pushing that. Graham, how are you? Hope that you're well. Thank you, Rye. Let's celebrate their 10th Supra on a live stream. Also, just in case you guys didn't know, Rubber Duck Rye, it is late now, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my little rubber ducky. Happy birthday to you. All right. So, yeah, I don't know what they are. I'm good, thank you, Graham. Yeah, mate, I don't want to be thumbed, but if you're feeling sympathetic, look up my name on Amazon and maybe try a little bit of horrible horror. No, I will warn you guys. If you've ever thought that you're going to support my books, this book is very, very, very extreme horror. So there is nothing nice. There's nothing funny. It's the story of a lady who goes insane and basically is stuck in an apartment with her kids and the dog, and things go badly for the children. So it's the most full-on thing I've written. I wrote it when I was basically going through grief, and the story had been there for a while, but it was just during that period of grief I just wrote it. So it's a little book. Write a horror story about a rubber duck getting thumbed to a squeaky death. Okay, so now I am very confused because we've got Aussie Nurse Flipper in and we have Graham in. I find it confusing. Are you two different people? Someone's messing with me. And I'm not going to go into detail here, but one of you told me that you were the other person for a long time. So that kind of makes me feel uneasy. So I'm just going to treat you both as separate people. But yeah, that's actually, yeah, I do have to work out what personality I'm chatting to, because it's like, yeah, one of them on Instagram was chatting to me for quite some time and telling me that they were the other person. So I don't know what to make of that. Any case, let's keep on looking at stuff here. So I picked up some horror DVDs. I love horror DVDs. They don't always do the best. I did pick up a Halloween one. An auto fiction story about a killer with a rubber duck mask. Maybe. The new one's called A Flock Apocalypse. It's about a guy who goes down to South America, gets involved with Mayan traditions, and comes back as the bird god of death. It's been fun. It's weird, but it's fun. Aussie Nurse Flipper says, I'm not a YouTuber. No, I know you're not, mate. And it was all on Instagram. So, anywho. All right, let's see if these are worth anything. This is actually a documentary about Nightmare on Elm Street, Never Sleep Again. There's a poster of some sort in here. But yeah, these... Are you kidding? It's signed. Okay, I might need to look into that. That's a Nightmare on Elm Street thing. It is signed. I can tell by it's signed by Heather Lagenkamp. Look, which at the end of the day, I'd have to look up who Heather is. I don't know, but it's signed. I didn't expect that. So that's a whole different ball game for horror fans. I think I might pop that away, and I'll do some proper research, not when I'm just gas bagging on here. That could be very, very nice. She's just the narrator of this DVDs, but it's just... That's bizarre to me. I'm guessing it's the lady up the top, but sorry, I know the lighting is pretty intense because I'm listing. Don't know. There was some decent horror stuff there. Like I said, it was like this collector's edition of Halloween that I picked up, and it's expensive. It goes for a lot, so I was blessed. These ones are probably just cheap and cheerful, but like they were like 25 to 50 cents a disc, and this is a Blu-ray. All right, let's throw this one up quickly. Chris, the best item I have bought and sold. The best item. Okay, so the best item I've bought and sold. It was... I don't know how far back through my sales people can go, but it was last year in November. I bought a JVC mini hi-fi system, and I set it up and tested it. And I must admit, the sound that came out of it was some of the most beautiful high fidelity sound I've ever heard. And I worked at that black and gold retailer for 6 years, and this thing killed everything that I was selling. I picked it up for $10 at a Lifeline, and it had comps for $1,200. And I started it off at $800, and it didn't move. And I think I sold it for $470. So it's sat for a long time, but the 10 into 470. Another good one, I bought a pair of Adidas sneakers that had Homer Simpson on the back. They were called Stan Smiths, still in the box. They went through the eBay sneaker authentication process. I paid $20 for them, and I sold them, I think, for about 320. It was some time ago. I haven't had anything massive like that recently. I've had really cool little sales, like, the little cooker I bought for $4 and sold it for 60. I love that sort of sale, that pleasant surprise sale where you just go, oh, that was cool. That sort of thing. All right. Yes, you are there. You're amazing. Oh, and another cool one I did, I bought a plushie called a skeletal, and I just picked it up because it was an elephant that had a skeleton body and it was all black and it looked sort of a bit goth. I picked that up for $2 and I flicked it out for 65. I think it was within 48 hours. I do have make an offer on everything. I just sometimes, like I said, retro, I forget where I'm at and what I need to do. And I go, that's worth blah, blah, blah. Not, oh my God, I'm going to make blah, blah, blah. So I turn it down, or I ask for more, whereas I should just be in, out, in, out. I know that. That's a fault of mine. It's a bit of stupidity on my part, to be honest. I'm getting better, though. I'm getting better at it. It was an elephant plush, a skeletal. I don't know what its name was. I just wrote elephant skeletal and it sold for $65. The lady was really happy. I was happy. Yeah, take the cash. I agree. Okay, so Dead Rising, Endgame. Sold items. It cost me next to nothing. No exact matches. Let's go back. We'll just put it up for $11. All right. Sell one like this. Have you guys been out today? Have you found anything neat? I did a quick run down to Drysdale, which is a suburb on the outskirts of Geelong. And I didn't get a lot, but a lot of the little up shops that I do buy clothing from, they're closing down over the Christmas period, which personally I think is awesome. Everyone deserves a break. But so I've been unnecessarily spending. We may be doing the local Belmont market this week. Just trying to clear some of my tubs. It might just be a bit of a burn through to get rid of them. So that's always good fun. The market's great for socializing. I'm fortunate enough that a lot of you guys do come and say good day. Oh, just about made a mistake then. Just when they're secondhand, I always tend to, I try to remember to turn it over and photograph the disc. Kim says, I've lost my listing mojo, lacking motivation. Get onto it, mate. Now. Start listing now. Start listing now. Do what you want to do, mate, but you're not going to sell anything if you're not listing. I do work off the principle. I don't list, I list to a dollar value, minimum dollar value. I try to every day, and that minimum dollar value every day is about $500 to $600. Sometimes it's a little bit more, but if I get up to at least that $500 mark, I hope that the eBay machine keeps whirling and twirling. John says, Retro goes, you tend to lose motivation when no one's buying. Retro, okay, so I'm a big advocate for this. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, so what I want you to do, and it is up to you. He's not paying me to say it because there's no money involved. So you can see John Chan. He's my moderator. Basically, whoever just loved that, thank you. I appreciate you. But basically, what I would suggest is jump on a app called Discord or the website and sign up for it and join the Discord. It's a chat group. Join a chat group on Discord called the Meaningful Hustle. John dropped the link. Feel free to do that. And there are other Discord groups as well that you could be members of. Basically, the nice thing about the Discord, well, this one is, at least as far as I've seen, there's very little grief or static. There's none of this tall poppy syndrome. Everyone is very supportive. Also, if you're wanting advice, do check out John's YouTube channel. He's very analytical. He's like our little Zen boy. I love him. Love you, John. But I do like the advice that John gives. And so jump onto Discord. Chris, you may want to actually get over there too, to be honest with you. Basically, I don't jump in as often as I should. I've got too much going on. And I know that sounds true. I've got too much going on up here. Just a lot of not cool stuff happening at the moment. But getting some help with that. So if you're suffering from anything, go and chat to someone. It does help. But Aussie Nurse Flipper, I left a message on John's video the other day. This is the thing, though, Aussie Nurse Flipper. I'm going to be direct because you've been commenting on my videos for some time, and I do appreciate it, mate. But it's never deliberate. If someone doesn't answer you, it's not deliberate. It's like, so please don't be offended by it. Like, I'm speaking for John because I'm the only voice in the group. You know, if Octo doesn't answer you, he may not. He's a popular channel and he's also busy. I've got my stuff too. And I love your comments. Sometimes you're a bit snarky, to be honest. Sometimes you're overly critical, to be honest. And sometimes your comments are hurtful, to be honest. I know your heart's in the right place, but sometimes you'll slap something up and I'll go, oh, shit. Or I'll read your comments about me on someone else's chat and I'll go, oh, that kind of sucks. I guess sometimes it's hard for people to respond to things when they know that maybe someone's been, maybe not deliberately, but has been unkind on another channel. The Aussie space is so small. We do see comments, or if someone says something a bit wrong or not nice, then someone comes and reports it. We're all trying to help each other. So, yeah, I just think that may be one of the reasons. We've got to lift each other up. We really do. We've got to lift each other up. I make so many mistakes in this journey. It's ridiculous. But if we're not going to lift each other up, then who the fuck else is going to do it for us? The Americans aren't. We have Americans watching us, but we don't have that penetration into that marketplace. We've just got to help each other and be kind. That's all. And that is the thing too. Octo just brought up basically let's have a look here. Never been on Discord. Kim, go on Discord, please. Just do it. Doesn't cost anything. Octo says far from popular, but you're right, everyone is busy. Half of the time YouTube doesn't even tell us there are comments. Let's have a look here. So I experience the same thing. So once a week I do hop into my YouTube studio. I click on comments and then I look at all unresponded. And then at least once a week I'll go in and I'll try to get back to people. But I've screwed up, and sometimes there's been people who wrote bloody 2 months ago, and I go, oh my God, I value that person. You know, I value them and I haven't answered them. I feel terrible. But then you would imagine the bigger American channels, or even our bigger YouTubers over here, like, you know, Two Aussie Thrifters, or maybe, you know, you've got Matt in the Gold Coast, the Aussie Flipper. I don't know how they'd keep up with comments. They would hit a point, I guess, that they just don't keep up with comments, and it's not deliberate. Aussie Nurse Flipper says, I think you're taking them the wrong way. It's hard to say things in comments. I'd never say anything hurtful on purpose anyhow. Dude, I know, but they're hurtful. I know you don't mean them as such, but sometimes they're hurtful. But everyone takes things differently too. I've got a thin skin. I will be offended so ridiculously easy because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't hide anything from you guys. I'm doing my best. So anything sort of that slights, like there was a big thing about the fact that I'd sold some of my Lego, and I was hurt because it was like I didn't pretend I sourced it from. I didn't buy it to sell. It was mine. I sold it. Everyone in this space sells their personal stuff. So, but to see that chat taking place in someone else's YouTube channel because one of my followers said, hey, they're talking shit about you, it just hurts your feelings. That's all. It's sort of if you can't take the time to construct a thoughtful, positive sentence, maybe just don't say it, because we all get shown everything. And that's cool because it lets me learn, but it also makes me wary about like having my heart on my sleeve all the time, because stuff hurts sometimes. Let's have a look here. Retro likes when I tell people to shut up in the op shops with the voiceover. I promise it's only on the voiceover. It's just for entertainment. I don't talk to any. You guys, some of you have met me. I don't talk like that. That is the only part of the act, and I already tell you I'm doing it in the voiceover. Flooded by Flipper, how you doing, mate? Said, sorry, a bit late to the party. My best flip to date. Bought a pair of limited edition Karen Walker Cross Disney Sunnies. They were $30. Had $20 off a loyalty stamp card. So paid $10. Sold for $230 plus post. That's awesome. I love it. All right. So, guys, I'm just going to play fair. Retro goes, you're doing it in the voiceover, thinking it in your head in the moment. Sometimes. Yeah, some people can't differentiate between a character and reality. So that is one of the difficult ones too. Good comment by Octo. Guys, just let you know, I'm going to get off here in 3 minutes. We're both meant to be working on stuff, but she wanted to give me some peace and quiet. Like I said, we live in a small house. She's literally probably listing in the bedroom at the moment. So I'll finish up in 3 minutes to show my lady some respect. Then she can get back to her desk, which is just behind me. And but I'll do this more. This was good, and I do appreciate you guys being here. If you're new, please subscribe. I'll do all that YouTube stuff now. If you are new, please subscribe. Become a channel member. At the lowest level, you'll now get a blog. And at the higher level, you'll get just little videos and early access. And even if you don't do any of that, thank you so very much for being a part of this journey. I do appreciate it. I don't appreciate that I only listed one $79 box set in an hour and 10 minutes. But I'm so glad I had the chance to chat to you guys. I found some cool stuff the other day, some cool clothes. They were nice and cheap. I'm going to get them up. And yeah, you know what? Feels like a good time to say goodbye actually now without dragging it out, and I can just hear the husky starting. So yeah, we do need to talk about live listing strategies because I ain't got none. But mate, I also don't have your amazing workspace. I literally, I'll show you. This is my workspace. I have no room to move. I won't send it over the other side of the room because that's Ali's work area and that's her business, not ours. But that is my workspace. I can't move around. I can't talk. I have to pack on the floor. And I don't begrudge any of that because it's what's letting me keep this friggin' roof above my head at the moment. Hilton, how are you? And you know what, guys? Thank you so very much for being here. It means a lot. I am going to get some real work done now, get my $500 done. I've got market prep tomorrow if we do it. Otherwise, I might do another one of these soon. If you had fun, please pop it in the comments. If you know, the comments are what help us in this space, because the live stuff, unless you're gifting during the live, there isn't a lot of financial sort of stuff going on in the YouTube world. But I had fun doing this, and I loved interacting with you guys. Oh my God, that I am going to go now. But Flutterby says you should always check linens. I have bought vintage Tom and Jerry flat sheets for $8 and sold for $175. All right, that was awesome. You guys were awesome. Huge hugs and kisses. Happy birthday, Rye. Love you. And let's get the flock out of here and get on with some listing, okay? And if you missed anything, you can just go back and watch it on the replay, and I'll make a thumbnail to make it look as though actually I'll take a photo of myself doing stuff as though I was doing stuff. Wait a second. Turn it around. Here we go. Here we go. All right, there we go. That is the thumbnail done for this video. Love you guys. Thank you for being a part of my life and sharing yourselves with me. I don't take that lightly, not for a bloody second. And if you do want to chat ever to me, hit me up on Instagram. You can access me there. I don't think YouTube does direct messaging. Or Geelong-Flipper@gmail.com. Laters. Oh, sorry, no. If Fran watches this and I've done a video, Fran sent me a postcard to my PO box. So Fran and Freddie, big shout outs. I nearly forgot. First time I've ever received a Christmas card like that from a viewer, and or any sort of card. That was awesome, and it made my day. Thank you so much. All right, guys, peace. And now I'm going to look down because I don't know where the off button is. Now I do. See ya.